And now Pereira's opening up. Oh my God, Izzy responds with a big right. He wins it. Let's go. Let's go. Are you serious? Woo! Dude, I literally thought Izzy was going down and he KOs Pereira. Oh my goodness.
Broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. This is the Community MMA with your host, Chris Cross.
Oh my God, Izzy responds with a big right. He wins it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, Izzy responds with a big right. He wins it. What up? This your boy Chris Cross checking in. This is a Community MMA, and by now you know. And you could possibly say that Israel Adesanya shocked the world last night. And I was shocked. That's why I sounded like a little kid last night. Because it looked like Pereira was going to finish Adesanya in round 2. Just like he did in the last fight, except it was round 5. Is he taking some big shots? He's starting to fade a little bit. It looks like this might be it. But this time it wasn't the 5th round. It was the 2nd round. And he lulled Pereira in. And just when it looked like he was going to go down, Izzy responded. Check this out. And you would think there'd be a way that Izzy could pressure Pereira, get him off balance, and get him upset. Get him out of his comfort zone. But Pereira's really strong at that. And now Pereira's opening up. Oh my God, Izzy responds with a big right. He wins it. Let's go. Let's go. Are you serious? Woo! Dude, I literally thought Izzy was going down and he KOs Pereira. Oh my goodness. And then he does a DDT on air. Whoa. Dude, people are going to be talking about this. I got to see the replay. Dude, Izzy, just like the last fight in round 5, he was on the ropes, man. It looked like he was crumpling. He was going down. And then out of nowhere, Izzy just unloads with a right hand and just drops Pereira on one punch. Izzy loses his balance. He takes a jab, a shot to the body, a knee to the head. He's in trouble. Takes a left and then a right out of nowhere. And another right. Dang! Oh my gosh, Izzy was in trouble. Look at this. Boom, boom. Left-right combination. And then another right, followed by a left, and then a hammer fist. Unbelievable, man. He almost can't believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was simply unbelievable. And when you see the shots from inside the arena, especially from behind Pereira, it just looked like Izzy just came out of nowhere and boom, rocked him with the right. Boom, rocked him with another right, and that was it. And this is while he's under duress. This is while he's taking shots and he's fading, and it looks like he's going down. And he comes up big and recaptures the belt. And Izzy doesn't seem like one of my favorite fighters, right, on a day-to-day basis. But then when he fights, I get goosebumps when he's walking to the octagon. I start feeling like he's my favorite fighter in the world. And then I'm all in. I'm all in at that point in time. Oh my God, Izzy responds with a big right. He wins it. And you could tell by my voice. I mean, I'm sounding like a little kid. Let's go! Because Adesanya does something to you, man. He's just one of the best. Obviously Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. But when you come back and you do something like this, man, it's saying a lot. I mean, it's saying a lot against a guy that he lost to 3 times in a row before this. I mean, that's crazy when you really think about it. And what we're going to do is we moved Adesanya up to number 7, right? He faded, and we got to work on 11 through 20, but he faded down to 12 when he lost to Pereira, but he's still one of my favorites. And now he's right back to the top 7 ahead of Volkanovski. You got Colby Covington at 6. He'll fight Leon Edwards. We're going to be rooting for Colby, so Colby's got to be above Leon. That's why he's there. And then you got a bunch of other champions or should be champions in Yuri Prochazka and Hamza in the top 5. But the big story right now is Israel Adesanya, and what he did last night was simply incredible. Absolutely incredible. And as we go through this card, we'll look at some of the reactions. But before we get there, I mean, it has to be noted that you had President Trump show up last night. He's sitting there with Kid Rock, Mike Tyson, Dana White, rock star status when you're in Miami. And this time they showed President Trump. And you're wondering, did he get cheers, boos? What happened? Well, he got cheers. And the crowd chanting USA. So, all this other stuff going on we don't get into politically. In this case, President Trump was cheered, and it seems that everything he's going through, at least from a UFC fan base perspective, and you got to consider Masvidal is a big fan of President Trump, and Masvidal has the crowd's backing last night. So even if anyone's on the fence, they're still going to support Trump last night just because of Masvidal. So that certainly helps Trump, and he's no stranger to what's going on. I mean, I think he knows he's going to get cheers and not boos in that setting. If he's in New York, maybe it's different. Who knows? But last night, Trump got cheers, not boos. And you had other big-time celebrities, actors, singers, everything in the crowd last night. And Dana White said they're going back to Miami. And it's going to become a regular yearly situation. And it should be. Because you might not have any like big time fighters in Miami to where you can stack the card like you would in London or something like that. But you have, growing up down there, I can tell you have such diversity down there that you can have anyone on the card and people are going to come and show out, and it's going to sell out, and it's going to be a big time affair. And that's the way it was last night. Now, speaking of Masvidal, he fell to Burns last night. Didn't look good at all and retired after the fight. And we don't even have highlights from that because it was just nothing more than domination by Burns, led to a unanimous decision. It was pretty obvious what was going to happen. But in fight 3, you had some fireworks between Rob Font and Adrian Yanez, a big bantamweight fight. Check this out. Oh, big right and left by Font. Yanez in a little bit of trouble. Oh, another big right. And Yanez gets out of there quickly. And these guys are trading, man. Oh, big right by Font. And Yanez is in trouble. And that's it. Keith Peterson jumps in with some monster strikes by Rob Font, who almost needed to get a win that way because it looked like, yeah, I mean, it looks like he just went 10 rounds. He's only went 3 minutes. He had no choice but to just get after it. He
Let's
wasn't gonna be able to go long
go!
haul on this one. And Yanez is upset.
Let's go!
And I think he's upset at the ref that he jumped in so quick. But, you got to protect the fighter. And it was going downhill quickly for Yanez. Looking at the replay. Boom. Started with the uppercut. Rob Font holding on to the back of the head. He lets go. Yanez a little wobbly, takes another big right. Boom. There's the right. Boom. The big right uppercut. Jeez. And then at that point, oh. Big shot by Rob Font. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Boom. Yeah. And the thing is Yanez never saw it. Boom. It could have been. Yeah, so I mean, long story short, Yanez got KO'd. He came up arguing, but that's because he got finished quickly, and that was it. And then you come right to, and you don't know what happened, and you think the fight shouldn't have been stopped. But I think when he sees a replay like we all did, he'll realize the fight should have been stopped. Now in another big fight, Kevin Holland versus Ponzinibbio. And Holland's trying to rise in the welterweight division, right? He had a setback with Hamza, but I mean, I think everybody in the world would have a setback with Hamza. So I told you he would respond after the Hamza Chimaev loss, and he did so in a big way. Nice left by Pons. Come on, Kevin. Taking these silly chances right now. And a nice right by Holland. And a left drops Pons. Look at this. And it's over. Wow. Wow. Whoa. And Pons saying, no, you shouldn't have stopped it. And he goes out there to talk to Donald Trump and Dana White. Donald Trump in the house. That's crazy. So Dana White sitting next to Donald Trump. Kevin Holland jumps over the fence and talks to both of them. So that's pretty wild. So Ponzinibbio's upset with the stoppage. He's kind of pacing back and forth. He's waving his finger right away. But to me, it was a good stoppage because he went right down. Yeah, and Kevin Holland jumps the fence and's talking to Dana White and President Trump. And in the post-fight press conference, Dana White said, I don't know what he was saying or who he was talking to. He asked Trump, like, I think he's talking to you. So you just got to realize this guy's pumped up, man. He just got a big finish over a guy that had 30 wins in his career, 30-6 in Ponzinibbio. And that solidifies him as a top welterweight, despite the Khamzat Chimaev loss. Again, to me, Khamzat's already the champion of whatever division he wants to fight in. So you might as well just erase that loss. And Kevin Holland, to me, is going to continue rising. And it will be interesting to see who he fights next, for sure. Then you had Joe Pyfer last night getting the big finish. Come on, Gerald. Gerald comes in, throws a jab. But he looks real tentative, man. Pyfer's had his number so far. 2:20 left in round one. Pyfer continually coming forward. And Gerald throws a left, but you can just see he's real tentative. Those power shots earlier, he takes another one to the body. Pyfer just continually coming forward. Oh, and a big left and a right. Oh, Gerald goes down. Oh, Pyfer's pounding away and Gerald's covered up. Oh, man. He's totally covered up on all fours here. And it's just going to take a few big shots for the ref to stop this thing. And Gerald's rolling around, 150 left. Pyfer's on top. And Gerald's just covering up, and the ref stops it. And that's it. Dang. Wrong again tonight. Oh, boy. What do we... Yeah, we were wrong a lot last night. First losing night on the season, 5-7 on predictions after going 11-3 in the last two. And the writing was on the wall early. We went to 0-2, then got to 1-4. Should have been 1-5. Got a robbery with Luana Pinheiro. We get back to 2-4. And then Kelvin Gastelum came up big for the other side, dropping us to 2-5, and we never recover. We never recover. But we did go 3-1, or 3-2, I believe, in the main card, and got the main event right. So we're 8-3 in the main event. So we'll, if there's anything we can take positively from last night, it's the fact that we're now 8-3 in terms of just the main event on the year. And there's been some tough predictions in that area. Make no mistake about it. But a great night at UFC 287 last night. The Dark Knight says, and I lost it for this comment when I saw Aljo and Patty mentioned in the same sentence, leagues apart. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Patty's up there. Yeah, Wolf says at the Dark Knight. Well, the comment wasn't about skill, now was it? It's a dude's list, not a skills list. And they are both clowns regardless of how far apart their skill level is. Yeah. Some people get it and understand the dude list, some other people don't. And it's all good. It's like a favorite fighters list. It's going to be different than pound for pound. The Micah Reynolds says, too skilled of a matchup for me to call. It feels though that Henry C might be overlooking this a little. I want to see him win. This is a good matchup. A lot of hype. Talking about Aljamain Sterling and Henry Cejudo. Yeah, we got Aljamain winning. And that's the next big fight. And that's going to be a big one because if Cejudo wins, he's looking at a possible featherweight title too. Matchup with Volkanovski, down the road. First 3-belt champ. That's what he's coming back for. He's got something to prove. EP Man saying, I'm hoping Adesanya would win and call out Khamzat next. Yeah, as if that's going to happen. S at Usman says, impossible, bro. Everyone's scared of Khamzat. And that's exactly right. No one's calling out Khamzat. Alex Rudiger, what is happening with the Wolf? My God, it's been a long time. Unleash the Wolf will probably ragdoll the next one. Yep. Yeah, Wolf says, I lost all respect for this list when I saw it had Aljamain Sterling and Paddy Pimblett on it. Well, Aljo is one of my favorite fighters. He's my favorite bantamweight. Sean O'Malley up there as well. That would be, that would be a very tough prediction for me if those two fight. But I think Aljamain Sterling is the best in the world at 135 right now. I mean, he's a champion, but I think he's the best in the world, meaning he's beating everybody. Dvalishvili could be tough for him, though, but that's never going to happen because they're teammates. But yeah, it is what it is. Kenneth Bruner saying, I'm super excited about Hamza. These fools are terrified. Pereira already preemptively saying he's not going to fight Hamza no matter what, and that Hamza isn't focused. So, good thing is Pereira didn't win. And Adesanya will fight anybody, anytime. And really, that's why I want to see Hamza fight, because you want the best of the best. I really wanted Usman and Adesanya at their best, but Usman fell. So we'll have to see how that plays out. They are scared of crazy Hamza, says S at Usman. SLI says, just like Islam Makhachev, he doesn't deserve his translation to please don't maul my favorite fighter. Yeah. And listen, you got guys up here on the do list for a reason, man. They're all big-time fighters. Best of the best. They got to be on the dues list. Now, you could question Colby Covington. You could question Aljamain Sterling, right? But those guys are up there because they're my favorite. Wait till Conor McGregor comes back to fight. I don't care that he's won one fight in the last so many years. He's still one of my favorite fighters. So as soon as he comes back on the list, we're going to get all those talks again. But the list is just that. It's a dudes list, man. You got your dudes list, and I got mine. And we're going to differ 10 times out of 10. Because your top 10 is going to look different than my top 10. Your top 5 is going to be different than my top 5. Your top fighter may be different than my top fighter. Because it's not pound for pound. Pound for pound, we can negotiate. On a dudes list, we can't. Because if you come up to me in the street and say, who are your favorite fighters? Those are the 10 I'm reading off right now. Except I'm probably throwing McGregor in there, but officially I got to take him out until he comes back. That's just the way it goes. But listen, that's going to do it, man. What a great night last night. Donald Trump in the house. Dana White in the house, of course. Kid Rock there. A lot of big actors, singers, etc. So it was a fan's delight last night, and a lot of great striking. Some finishes, some decisions that were 2 or 3 fights, had fight of the night potential. So just a great night at UFC 287. But for now, it's your boy Chris Cross. Have a great day and God bless.